Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I am back at Universal Studios Hollywood to check up on the Super Nintendo World project right behind me and a lot more. So how about you and I dive right in. Another beautiful day in Studio City, and I cannot believe that I am standing in this location again this early, because off in the distance over there, oh yeah, they're building out Halloween Horror Nights 2022. Yeah, if you can believe it, crews are working on the first Halloween Horror Nights attraction for the 2022 season. We do not know how many mazes they're gonna have this year, but man, oh man, this is really exciting because I love Halloween. It is my favorite time of year. I mean, it's something I look forward to throughout the entire year. I count down the days until all the Halloween events start up at all these theme parks. I absolutely love it. And to see the construction happen this early is pretty wild. Now, this is the earliest that they have ever started work on Halloween Horror Nights in its history. They've never started this early before. They obviously do things behind the scenes like draft up the mazes and get ideas flowing and all that kind of fun stuff. But as far as actual construction, it usually doesn't happen until May or June. Also, side note, I'm really surprised to see the Galactic Star Cruiser transport shuttle here. Now, a little detail that I can already point out is that the facade for this attraction, which is going to be sitting in the front, you can already tell by the lumber that has been placed that is the entrance to the maze, just because of how far it sticks out from the tent perimeter. It looks like, though, we're going to see some more detail this year, which is pretty awesome, because last year the Haunting of Hill House facade was very simplified, and it looks like this year maybe plans are different for whatever maze this is going to be. I am so excited to see what this shapes up to be. I don't know, maybe what's your guess? Go ahead and comment down below. What do you think this maze is going to be? Will it be based on a movie or a TV show, or will it be something totally original? Another thing I'm wondering is how many mazes they're going to have this year. This location hosted 2 haunted attractions, and in total the event had 7 haunted houses, including Walking Dead, so 6 built from the ground up. I wonder how many are going to be appearing at this year's event. Now, obviously, we don't know the theme of this attraction. That is still a mystery. But over time, when they bring more details on site and they start building it out more, we'll use those clues to put some things together to make an educated guess on what this haunted house might be. I'm really excited to see also if they put another tent up here like last year, because in this particular lot they had 2 haunted attractions. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing this year. You can see right now crews are laying out the footprint for the attraction. This is the first step. They've laid out the carpet, and they take a bunch of 2x4s and different pieces of plywood and pretty much lay the attraction out. And they usually put some arrows and whatnot on the ground to kind of give the carpenters a better idea of where the guests will be flowing. And then here in the next few weeks, I'm sure we're going to see some walls go vertical. All those plywood panels that you see on this side over here, those will probably go up and form the haunted house. Moving on to other bits of the park, there's still no visible work happening on the outside of the new Twosomes location. I'm sure all the work is happening on the inside, and we'll start seeing some facade work maybe later on this year. And of course, still no work on the former Blaze and Starbucks locations. Have no idea what they're gonna be putting in here. And as you can see, it's a pretty mellow day at City Walk this afternoon. It's very nice. Yeah, the holiday's over, so I'm not expecting the park to be slammed. Oh yeah, we've made it in the park. Yeah, see, not too bad at all. Only a few more days left to celebrate Lunar New Year here at the park. Now, I'm working my way towards the lower lot because I'm curious to see if they're starting work on the maze behind the mummy. Still a lot of work happening on the Simpsons attraction. Again, this will be open just a few weeks in time for spring break. Now, I don't think they've started construction on that particular attraction, but that's usually the one that ends up popping up early. So I'm very curious if they started on 2 or if they've just started on the one in the Curious George lot. All right, just as I suspected, they do not have this maze set up just yet, but I'm kind of curious if they will start on this pretty early. I don't know. What I'm wondering is if they are going to save this spot until later, just because it is expected to get a little busy this summer, rightfully so, just at any theme park. So they might use this as extended queue for Revenge of the Mummy in the meantime, which makes some sense because that line will fill up down there. But hey, you never know. Things could change and the plans for Halloween Horror Nights might step in and they could section this off and start building the maze. Again, we have no idea what is going in this spot, and it's just all a mystery. Now, as I was looking at the Halloween Horror Nights stuff and then panning over to the Nintendo project, I wasn't really expecting to see any details, but lo and behold, when I zoomed in, oh yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of detail pop up. Rock work is happening. Right below where Bowser's Castle sits, there's a little section that has some rock work being carved out or it's prefabricated and it's just been put up. And then when I looked closer at Bowser's Castle, it's very faint. It's very hard to tell. It's better in person, but you can see the castle walls already starting to form. The texturized like brick, it's already on the outside of the building. So how exciting. I wasn't expecting to see the detail just right off the bat, but oh yeah, it's happening. I've made it down a couple escalators to see if I can look a little deeper into the project. It's gonna be very difficult just because of the berm here, the wall that is kind of hiding all those details. But I'm gonna try to zoom in and see what I can find. I can kind of see the top of the Bowser Castle archway, so I'm gonna zoom in and see what I can point out. Yeah, still no clear image with what I have on me right now. I only have my phone and my G7X, so I can't really see too many details, but at least from the very top point here, you can see those prefabricated rocks that are going in on that first level. How exciting. This is so cool. I love seeing Nintendo progress. It seems like every single week there's something little that pops up, and maybe this is a sign that in the next month or so, we're gonna really see some details start to come to life in the brand new Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, since we're on the subject of Halloween Horror Nights 2022, it begs the question, will they use the special effects stage for a show this year? Don't know if the Jabberwockies will be making a comeback, but honestly, I would rather prefer to see a version of the Halloween Nightmare Fuel that we saw in Orlando. If that was over here, that would be absolutely incredible. That show was so much fun. I hope they bring a version of that here because I think it would bring some new life into that stage. We've had Jabberwockies for probably like 5 or 6 years now. I think it's time to switch it up a little bit. Now, the Parisian Courtyard is home to another Halloween Horror Nights attraction spot. And you know what? I don't think they're gonna put anything in here for right now because again, they can use the additional seating for when the park does get really busy. So I suspect that this location might be walled up here sometime in the summer. Just so they can use this as more additional seating because there's seating out here on French Street. But yeah, especially during the spring and summer months, they're gonna want that extra real estate. Yeah, honestly, out of all of the maze locations, the next logical spot is going to be that surface lot at Curious George because it's backstage, it's not in guest view as far as the theme park is concerned. They don't have to worry about closing anything off. Working in reverse here, we've made it to the Lookout by Super Silly Funland. Gorgeous day, like I've been saying the past couple days filming these vlogs for you guys. It's just been beautiful out. Love it. Oh yeah, and from this vantage point you can see that detail, that same detail that we saw by the escalators. You can see a little bit more of it from this vantage point because we're at a different angle. Oh man, I love this. This is so much fun. Again, this is the part of the project that I really love, the construction part of it. Now, obviously the finished product is fantastic, but this part is always so exciting because I just love documenting this going up. How fun. Yeah, maybe in the next week or two, we'll see even more bits of rock because remember, where that rock is sitting, it's gonna be layered. There'll be like bits of dirt there, and then the very top is gonna be grass. It's gonna look really cool. Now here at the WaterWorld queue, this spot is usually home to a Halloween Horror Nights maze. Not really sure when they're gonna put this one up. This is another location that usually goes up around May or June, but because of things starting early, who knows? I'm leaning more towards that they might hold this off because they wanna use this queue as much as possible, as the park, again, will be getting busy here in the next few weeks. So I don't know, we're gonna keep an eye on it. On the flip side though, this location usually goes up relatively quickly like the Revenge of the Mummy queue does. So it wouldn't be a huge shocker if this one all of a sudden started to spring up. made it back to the Curious George surface lot. You know, how exciting of an update that was today. I am really happy about today's video. I had so much fun filming it, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed it. How cool. Halloween Horror Nights construction has started officially for the 2022 season. Nintendo World is progressing nicely. Oh yeah, very exciting stuff. But you know what, with that said, that's gonna do it for today's update video from Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from this park and a bunch of other theme parks around the country, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so stay up to date on every time I post a new video. I have an Instagram account. Be sure to follow that because I post updates there that I don't normally post here on the channel. I'm really glad that work is progressing very nicely on Nintendo, and I'm super stoked about Halloween Horror Nights work already in February. So the next few weeks are gonna be really fun. This summer is gonna be really exciting, not just because it's summer, but all the Halloween stuff is happening so early, and we're gonna see a lot more detail by then. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.